Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new chapter of My Hero Academia, which is on chapter 330. Now, this chapter right here was actually pretty cool, not to mention the way how it ended was really shocking, and Stars and Stripes' quirk, which is very crazy strong, you know? So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that the air pilots with Stars and Stripes spots Shigaraki Tomura and gets ready to go into battle, and that she says it's time to smash this person to bits. Let's do it. And we have to it that she tells everyone to take their formation. It's time to exterminate a villain once and for all, you know. And we have to it Shigaraki's like thinking in his mind, what's going on? I know I'm Shigaraki Tomura, but something is strange or something, you know. And we have to it that that Shigaraki, of course, is actually being controlled by, All For One. And we had to it, All For One uses Shigaraki's body to put in radio waves, plus push, plus load up, and makes a powerful giant blast. But lucky for everyone, they managed to dodge it, you know? And we had to it that, that Stars and Stripes tells Shigaraki Tomura that even if I knew what other hidden abilities you have in store for me, I would have no need to prepare them. That's what it means to be the strongest there is, boy. And she ends up saying these words, you know, saying atmosphere. The atmosphere from here to 100 meters in front of me will cease to exist. And we get to know her quirk, which is called New Order, you know, which apparently says after touching a target and calling its name, she is free to impose a new rule over it, or do something or make a new order or something, which is really crazy. Like, she touched the atmosphere and says it will cease to exist whatsoever, you know? And we have to it that Shigaraki Tomura, or All For One, controlling Shigaraki Tomura, says, I'm gonna take that quirk, like it or not. And we have to it Stars and Stripes tells everyone to strike Shigaraki Tomura with lasers, but unfortunately it's not over yet. We have to it that he has reflection and plus refraction, and ends up having to like redirect the lasers right back at them, you know. And we had to it that like that Stars and Stripes manages to capture a laser and says I can hold lasers, you know. And we had to it Shigaraki's body is obviously regenerating very fast, you know, that kind of thing. And we had to it that like the vacuums come undone. Is this the limit to her new order, you know? And we get to know that the limit to Stars and Stripes' power is that Stars and Stripes is only able to maintain two different roles at the same time. She uses one on herself to grant her super strength, although it is incomparable to All Might's. It is still quite the threat, you know? And that's pretty crazy. She can only impose two orders for the time being. Like, she already erased the atmosphere thing in order to, like, hold the lasers or something, etc., you know. And of course Shigaraki Tomura tries to go after Stars and Stripes, but Stars and Stripes expected him to go after her and punches him very hard in the face, you know. And we got to know what caused her to become a hero, you know. She ends up talking about a Japanese exchange student saved her, you know, and attacked a runaway villain, saved her from a runaway villain. And since then, she talks about those two long strands of hair have been engraved into my soul. He became my spiritual master. And so in order to contribute with even greater force towards the maintenance of world peace, I styled my hair just like his, but instead with 8 long strands whatsoever. And Shigaraki says, everywhere I go, it's always about All Might. And she says, well, that's why he's a symbol of peace. Oh, and by the way, I touched you and said your name. If Shigaraki Tomura were to move from an inch from this point onwards, his heart will stop, you know? But we have to it that Shigaraki Tomura thinks in his mind, I'm caught. But however, something else happens. We see to it, we go into his mind right now, like it says, as soon as I opened my eyes, I could already tell that I was in an extremely perilous situation. And we see All For One talking to Shigaraki Tomura and fusing with him, you know, and says like, usually it takes two Usually it would take me 2 months to recover and become me completely, but you're simply incredible, Tomura. Your hate, your destructive impulses, they have exceeded anything me or the doctor could have ever imagined. If I were to quantify it, we're at around 97 or 98% right now. We're almost one. But we are neither All For One nor Shigaraki Tomura. A completely new being is emerging from within. And we had to Shigaraki Tomura makes a scream saying, "No, what are you doing?" And we had to Stars and Stripes was trying to think, no way, it's not working. Is he not Shigaraki Tomura? Unfortunately, he isn't anymore, because we had to it that Shigaraki ends up hearing these words, or him saying hate me, nurture that hatred even more. Your hatred will give birth to our glorious future. And that's when Shigaraki Tomura has longer hair and it looks like he's transforming right now, you know? And later on, it ends with the freaking kaboom. And this chapter says the fight reaches its conclusion and the chapter ends up there. And there will be no chapter next week, so pretty much the next chapter of My Hero Academia won't show up until like I guess around the end of October, which is understandable. That's fine, whatever, it's okay. Might as well, the author needs a break anyway. He really needs this break after this chapter, and maybe such and such, you know. Anyways, yeah, let's talk about Stars and Stripes' quirk, you know. New order. Like anything she touches and says the name, she can impose a new order or rule over it, which is pretty crazy. Like if she touches you and says your name correctly, she could say like, okay, if you even dare move an inch, like she said to Shigaraki Tomura, your heart will stop. That's it, you know, that kind of thing. I'm thinking in my mind, what the hell? But I guess she was caught off guard because what Shigaraki Tomura and All For One became right now, we don't know. But one thing was sure, they're about to be complete, and I wonder in my all life given to me, how is Izuku gonna fare out against this new thing or creature whatsoever, you know? Not to mention, are you really gonna still consider saving this guy? How are you gonna do it? Not to mention, you're not even at 100% yet, which is even worse, you know? And oh man, I don't know how this is gonna fare out. Like I said, I don't know what the author's thinking right now, but he's making this villain like super strong. We all know that he was gonna be super OP. Same goes for Izuku, but right now, All For One and Shigaraki are turning into something new right now. They're not neither All For One or Shigaraki, which I question. How is Izuku gonna fight against this guy greatly? You know, that kind of thing. But guess we'll have to find out, you know? And it's gonna be I'm pretty sure it's going to be a long while before this series can ever come to a certain conclusion with a lot of world building and all that. So, until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot.